And now with a different point of view, Fox News political analyst, Professor Marc Lamont Hill, joins us from Philadelphia. Professor Hill, now, when I think of you, I think of championing the little guy. You know, you stand up for the little people, you stand up for the little guy.
That's right.
So we got a little guy out there who's kind of a, small businessman. He's a plumber, he's licensed in his town or whatever, but not in the other townships. I find that to be laughable. Who cares? Point is, he's an individual citizen who was just minding his own business. Barack Obama comes up to him. He makes his point, he makes his opinion known, and he's lacerated by NBC and Obama boosters nationwide.
Yeah, but Laura, there's one key detail that you're leaving out. Because remember, personally, I think Joe the Plumber's question was perfectly appropriate, and I think Barack Obama's answer was perfectly appropriate. It was during the debates that John McCain turned him into a national mascot. Barack Obama didn't parade him through the debate. John McCain did. That's when he became a national spectacle. And then Joe himself availed himself to other media outlets, other people like Katie Couric, and then he opens himself up for media scrutiny. If he just asks a question, I agree with you, he should not be judged that way. But his actions and McCain's actions open him up to that. And finally, to say he's smeared, as you did in the opening thing, I disagree with. He wasn't smeared because everything that was said about him was true.
Oh, no. He was said to have not been a registered voter. That's false. Registered in Ohio, voted in the primaries. He was said to be fantasizing about his future business prospects on The View. Joy Behar said that. People asked whether it was a plant from the McCain campaign, either on the Democratic Underground or Daily Kos. I mean, they were speculating about this man, whether he was like some kind of underground operative for conservatives. I mean, really, to me, Laura, if they had spent the same amount of time looking into Reverend Wright or Bill Ayers, I wouldn't perhaps be saying anything. But the difference here, unbelievable.
Oh, that's not true. Well, that's
a satellite truck outside his house? Come on.
No. I can see the point that the far left, aspects of the far left certainly speculated about him and said things that weren't true. I can see that point. However, to say that there wasn't a sufficient investigation into Bill Ayers and Jeremiah Wright, Fox News spent 6 months talking about Jeremiah Wright. In fact, we're still talking about Jeremiah Wright.
Did NBC ever have a satellite truck parked outside his house? I must have missed that.
I don't think they should. I don't think they should have it. And I also don't think that there should be a satellite truck outside of Joe the Plumber's house. I'll agree with you on both counts. But the fact that Joe the Plumber opened himself up to media outlets suggests that he will be questioned. And the fact that the McCain...
That's why they went after him.
But it was dishonest because the idea was that he resonated with a sector of voters. Most Americans do pay their taxes. Most Americans are who they say they are. Joe the Plumber was not. And so it's not fair to position him as someone who reflects a segment of American life who he really doesn't represent.
I think what he's saying
He's Joe the Exaggerator.
I think what he's saying is that big government and this redistributionist mentality really isn't fair, and he was just making a point of opinion. He didn't think it was fair. He doesn't think it helps economic growth or business growth. But Dr. Hill, we always appreciate.
I'm glad we found out that Joe will get a discount from Barack Obama and not from John McCain. So this is all worth it.
I don't think so, nor does he. But I appreciate it.